วัสดีนะครับก็ welcome everyone วันนี้ก็ขอต้อนรับทุกท่านนะครับ มีกันอยู่เท่านี้แต่ว่าก็ต้องขอบคุณน้องๆด้วยนะฮะที่ไปโครงการแลกเปลี่ยนระหว่าง JA กับอาสามาแล้วก็ รุ่นนี้เป็นรุ่นที่3นะครับก็หวังว่าจะได้รับประสบการณ์ที่ดีนะครับแล้วก็เดี๋ยวพี่จะรอดูว่าไปได้อะไรมาบ้างนะฮะแล้วก็ปัจจุบันรุ่นที่4ก็อยู่ที่นู่นแล้วนะคนไทยก็อยู่ที่นู่นแล้วแล้วก็คนญี่ปุ่นก็เพิ่งมาเมื่อกลางเดือนนะครับเมษาที่ผ่านมาก็ถ้าท่านใดมีอะไรสงสัยก็เดี๋ยวถามน้องๆได้นะครับผมขอเป็นกันเองนะครับขอกล่าวเปิดเลยแล้วกันครับขอบคุณครับ
สวัสดีครับ At first, I'm glad to have this opportunity that can share my thought with someone. Thank you so much. And my name is Hirotaro Sono. I was ASA JIA Exchange Program trainee until last month. At first, I'd like to introduce myself. I came from Japan, Kanagawa Prefecture. Where is Kanagawa? Here, next to Tokyo. And I worked at architectural design office in Japan. And 4 years, I did 9 projects. Mainly, I designed public buildings. Nursery school, and some kind of high school and stadium, and so on. And then came to Bangkok. Why am I here now? This is very simple. I wanted to know what is Thailand. And I wanted to know what is Japan as well. So now, I would like to share 3 experiences in this country. First is working. I am working at Quintrix Architects. Quintrix Architects is really good at BIM and parametric design. I have joined 5 projects in 1 year. I would like to show 3 projects and share what I saw in these projects. First is condo project. On that project, our job is feasibility study with zoning and concept making. I have tried to put Japanese essence into this project. Some is fail, some is succeed. Project location is Krontoi area. That was slum image, and I live in this area now. Maybe many people has this kind of image, Krontoi area. So I propose that the blocking the view from ground floor to second floor by green to make calm atmosphere, because this area was the slum area, and to make approach be kind for people, separate the driveway and pedestrian way, and 2 people can change their mind from busy to calm. I wanted to propose long walkway in front of entrance. Entrance is here, and I propose this part. I always have some kind of calm atmosphere for residential or restaurant approach in my mind. Long walkway have power to change people mind to calm. I propose long walkway that has green and warm color material. And second project is also condo project. On this project, I focused on lifestyle because I started to feel condominium life in Bangkok is a little bit dry and no community. I live in condominium as well, and sometimes I can feel lonely because many people who live in condominium came from outside of Bangkok, so there is no community. And typical community facility has only swimming pool, gym, library, that's it. So I propose like this. The concept is small facility with void. Small facility room is surrounded by every unit. Typical pattern of condo facility is preparing big space and put everything into there. But we try to make small space next to each floor. And install many functions as you like, depend on customers. Like this. For example, some volume has a kitchen and a rooftop. This is the garden for making vegetable. It's help to make healthy image for condo. And kitchen can use as a community space. Some maybe do party when vegetable are season. It should be help to make community in condo. In my opinion, Thai customer going to change. They will require more community in condominium. Then project was going. There are great tree in this site, and we had decided to remain this tree. So combine that facility idea and this tree. This idea are that great tree surrounded by small facility room. It's like a tree house. Now it's like this, as you see. And last project is also condo. Now I'm in this project member. In this project, I also focus on lifestyle. The concept of this condominium is bespoke. It means room can adjust your lifestyle. So I added Japanese essence as well, this project. For example like this. This is Japanese traditional style house. This is the sliding door. If you want to use this room as a big space, you can open and do party. If you close this sliding door, you can gain 2 bedroom and 1 sunroom. I developed this idea to condo. There is folding door system, this room. Can separate this room as you see. This pattern have a big dining with the natural ventilation and natural lighting. And this pattern, every bedroom have a balcony and can close if it's raining. This is image of this concept. And this pattern is the theater room and some small atelier. If we open the inside folding door, we can use as a gym, no, not gym, like a yoga studio. If we open all of this folding, we can do party with your friends or your relation. And I propose Japanese style bathroom as well in this condo. Japanese bath style prefecture is that separating, hard to see, sorry. This is the bathtub and the shower space, like that. We can do many things in bathtub. Like a bathtub is for just relaxing, and the shower space is for washing your body. So, for who has stress in daytime on work, a bathtub can help you to be relaxed. Every project showed me new perspective, and it was great experience. On some part between Japan and Thailand, the way of life is similar. Architecture is very flexible. I think because of monsoon climate, and I can feel these things in many architecture in Southeast Asia. As you see, I have been to many architecture in Southeast Asia in this term. There are many architecture that has combination, modernism, and Thai style. And many people gave me opportunity to see great architecture in this country. And I found many interesting situations in this country. I named it Sabai Detail. For example, this roof is set on neighbor's fence, but it's allowed. Maybe this fence is belong to this neighbor. By the way, this shop is one of my favorite restaurants near from Pepri Station. And this detail is in market next to railway. They move their shop when train come. Usually railway is walkway. This is really good way to make seat on the stair next to river. It's really simple design, but smart way to adjust with environment. This is in construction site. They're really good at making sabai space for the environment. In addition, this worker drew a great picture on the wall. The worker always don't forget praying mind, and no one complain about it. This is great things. I am thinking about it. Why there are many sabai detail in Thailand, and why there aren't sabai detail in Japan? If this situation in Japan, this will be complained by someone for sure. I think because of culture, when compare between Thailand and Japan about culture, I don't like many things in Japan. Many things is too strict and easy to complain. For example, this article sent by person who live in one condo. This article said people who live in this condo are not allowed to say hello each other because to remove the risk that their kids got some accident. Someone bring your kids or do something bad things. When I was kids, we taught by teacher that you have to say hello everyone. At that time, everyone thought the neighbor have to take care kids, live in their own house. But now it's changed. No one believes neighbor and there is no relation, especially condo. For me, it's crazy. Thailand is most developed country in Southeast Asia, going to old society and develop more and more. I would like to say developing more, many things, like losing more, many things. We have already lost many things in Japan. For example, market. For me, this is one of signature culture of Thailand. Now many shop on the street is closed by government. This kind of news is make me sad. Of course, I know there is many complicated problem. As you see, this road is less than 1 meter width, but people can forgive this situation. If it's in Japan, some claimer attack this shop and close in one night. Yes, of course, some part of this country is still bad. Taxi driver always reject me to abroad. But I like this country because it reminds me many things that we have lost in the past. I could change my mind in this 1 year. Japan was leading country in Asia in the past. But now many things is not working in our country. We have to change our mind. And in this situation, I think this experience can help me. This experience remember me precious things that we have already lost in Japan, like a not be strict and sabai mind. I will continue to work in this country for a while. I would like to learn many things in this country more and more. And in the future, I want to express something by my architecture. Thank you.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. And my name is Tinn Tienchutima. First of all, I would like to thank ASA and JIA to choose me to go to Japan in this program. And today I will talk about 1 year experience in Japan, and I would like to show some works that I have done in Japan. Last year, I went to Yasui Architects and Engineers. I started working in June and finished in March this year. There's something that different from Thailand and Japan. The first thing that I found is the program that I have to use. In Yasui, they use the program that I have never used in my life. It is the Autodesk Revit. But I would say that it is a good opportunity because it's like I can learn and work at the same time, and they allow me to do a little project at the first. So this is the first project that I have done. They have to renovate Sakai building in Nagoya. And they choose this project for me to learn how to use Revit in the standard. But after I finished this project, I had to go to in charge of another project that Pichaya-san did 2 years ago. It is a terminal cruise project. And from this project, I know that in Japan, they not only design for beauty, but they design for function as well. Everything that they do, they have to do the experiment. For example, this is a ceiling design, and this is just some example. But honestly, only 3 this example. But before 3 this picture, they have done maybe 10 or 20 scheme to get these 3 picture. And they gave me to do in this way for everything, for ceiling design, for roof design, solar pattern, and taxi station. And after that, after the first presentation in Yasui, they choose me to do the analysis, the ventilation analysis in this building, because they want to know which part of the building have the strong wind or strong ventilation or too low ventilation. And by this diagram, they can choose and they can explain why this area is fit for just corridor, why this area is fit for working. And we have to analyze it in plan, long section, and why. And by this program, they want to know that the roof, the opening on the roof is good for this building or not, because they have to pay a lot of money for some technology. And after this program, it shows that the opening on the roof is not give them the the efficiency, the enough efficiency, if when they compare with the money. So they decided to do in the lighting as well. This is the main hall in the building. And they want to know how much lighting go through the building. And they can calculate they can calculate and show the result of lighting design in this whole area. And after that, I have to move to another project. It is a Nikata Marutake. And by this project, I have to do another program to show the color of the building. And after that, I have the first project design in terminal building. It is the interior design. But for now, I just got the picture for present in this presentation. So please, everyone, don't share the picture in this room, because they allow me just show the picture. And for this interior design, at first, they want me to design a whole building by using SketchUp and Revit and give the beautiful presentation. But I found that the problem, because the time that they gave us is 2 feet, just like maybe just a week for 5 presentations. So, but in Yasui, they quite allow us to choose another way to present. So I chose to sketch everything, every interior design, and painting the color and choose material. And by this project, I know another thing that is different based on my experience. Because when I gave them the design, they asked me about detail and fitting at the first time when I designed the concept. And they told me that in Japan, you cannot give only the image, the beautiful image, but you have to present how can you build it, how can you construct, and how can you maintenance, which fitting you use in the building. So it's like in Thailand when I work, it's like I jump from the starting point to the ending image. And after that, I try to develop the design to go to the ending image. But in Japan, it's like just walking step by step until I finish the process. And this is some example for other space in this building. And this is some detail that I have done with Yasui architects and engineer. This detail, at first I don't have something like this, but they said as I said before, if I want to show something, I have to think about detail and how much that you have to pay. I would say that Japanese people respect and have a strong responsibility to doing something. That's why, like Hiro-san said, in Thailand we quite have more freedom to do a lot of things, but in Japan, because of they have responsibility, when they want to do something, but they think a lot that if they do something like this, how many effects that will be in the future. So this building, it might not be the best, the best design, but I'm sure that they try to fix any problem that it will happen in the future. And everything they experiment. And after it, I would like to move to another project. This is the last project that I have done in Japan. This is the office building named Marutake. And they want to design the interior design in this public space. So I gave the concept of Marutake to the president. And I try to simplify from the abstract concept to the architectural language, and developing from scheme to scheme. Another thing that I found in this program is transportation. In Japan, I would say that the transportation in Japan is so convenient. You can go to everywhere in Japan in a day, but you cannot do something like this in Thailand. This is the different thing that I found last year. And in 1 year, this is the great opportunity to go to everywhere that I want to go. So I try to go to everywhere in Japan, from the south to the north. And I'm sure that I cannot do something like this in Thailand. But if we develop our transportation or architecture, or if we think we find a solution to fix our problem, I think our country can be developing. So this is the end of my presentation. I think for a year, I can know so much, especially this responsibility that you have to have in your life. And I learned that thing from Japanese people, Japanese architect, and everyone that I have to work with. Because of this, I think that's why the Japanese, that's why Japan can develop their country a lot. In every way, in every day that I work, I found that most of Japanese architects in that company know that they have to finish the project, but not only finish, but they have to do it the best. Even though they go back home late, but in the morning, they arrive at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock before the time every day. Just some people that late, but everyone know that like in Thailand, just like if we just go to the company on time is good, but in Japan not, they go before the time. And I think that is just a little thing that came from the responsibility. And so thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kittipong Puksachat. I'm joined this project with practicing at the Yamashita Sekkei company for a year since April last year until this March. The purpose of my presentation is to share about my experience of the training in Japan, as well as having opportunity to travel and living in Japan. Let's begin to introduce this program. As everyone knows that this program is collaborative projects between the JIA and ASA, but this is a one other organization involved this program is HIDA. I've involved in HIDA training program that has two parts. One is the general orientation course is held in HIDA Training Center to learn about the Japanese language, culture, and society of Japan. Second part is the specialized technical training at the Yamashita Sekkei companies. Okay, and I want to take to stay at the CKC at the Shubu Kenshu Center in the Toyota City for learning 7 weeks. It's quite different from the previous generation that stay in the Tokyo because but in my training center is surrounding by the pedophiles. Forest is nothing. If you want to go to the Nagoya City, it takes around 50 minutes by train. So mostly I stay in the training center. And about it also have the full facility for living. It have the karaoke rooms and the gymnasiums. About the language class, it's divided by level language skills. And the teach is to teach Japanese with the Japanese, and I think it's quite intensive and quickly. This is like a test. It has a mission to use Japanese language outside the training center. And after 7 weeks, it's prepared to the internship. It's time to practice in the office at the Tokyo. Yamashita Sekkei is a comprehensive architecture design firm. It have engaged in numerous projects in Japan and abroad. At the Tokyo head office, had the 4 divisions: project project development, architectural, engineering, and constructural. In architectural division, have the subsection like interior, urban design, beams, etc. I was involved in the school design department. And I want to talk about communication within the office is in the English and Japanese, but mostly in Japanese. That is hard for me because it's quite different from the school, especially unfamiliar architectural vocabulary and slang spoken in every life that I like to learn every day. So I have been involved in 3 major design projects. One is, as a result, the demands of the population cost in this area increased, which is the birth of the population in the Japan. The concept of this project is to create relationships between the people in the area and the school, and sharing public space as well as the create space to promote the learning of students in the school. In this project, I was involved in design periods, both internal and external space designs. And let's make the model and gymnasium design concept and include the landscape designs. The project, I learned about the culture and living of the study in the school, which is quite different from Thai. For example, about the Genkan area is for the take off the shoe before to entrance the function area, and the area from the keep the court when the children takes a lunch. And the second project is Niigata Daiichi Junior High School. This project is a new redevelopment project. All 3 will be rebuilt in the classroom buildings, in the fonts, and the library buildings and the gymnasiums. These projects I designed about exteriors, facade, schematics. And these projects I learned about because these areas have the heavy snowfall, and I learned to design the building that to accommodate the snowfall. And the third is Tadashi Midori area hall design. This project is area to development project by making the hotels, office, shop, and like auditoriums. I involved with the design, the auditorium, both interior and exterior. The concept of auditorium is like a connect the green space and how to make the building look harmony of the parts of the environments, as well as to create the continuous space, attract people from the outside to use the buildings. And more to working in the office, the Yamashita Seike also gave me to visit the factory all 3 times, as the Tajima, which the produce wall and floor finishing, Sun was produced the shutter door and Hitachi was produced to the escalator and elevator. For visit the factory work, the producing process and product testing to the designer stage, we can see reliability of the brands and the products are the manufacturer directly. In the Japan has so many good example of the architecture to study in Tokyo and elsewhere. I try to go to various famous buildings almost every week. And you have the building in Tokyo. And in the long weekend, I usually plan to visit architecture in the province. Because after to visit architecture, I have to write the report sent to the office, so it's what driving me to understand the architecture that went on. This sheet is so great case study to bring the life back to this island where has been abandoned by using the art exhibition. And this Hyoko perfection to watch Tadao Ando works, and in the Nagano prefecture that is I went to the Karuizawa, Nakano, Yamanoshi, and Matsumoto, and in the Karuizawa is a famous church for the wedding celebration. So numerous pictures as church and chapel setting into the mountainside. And I know about the stone church was designed by Kendrick Kenrock, and St. Paul Catholic Church was designed by Anthony Lemons, whose architect is influences modern architecture, Japan architecture, and he designed the Painted Museum. It has the first of the modern rest architecture of the Windens, and the first was building butterfly roof of the world. That's all I have to say about it. Thank you for this project that gave me a valuable experience what to learn and understand in Japanese language, culture that influenced it to the Japanese ideas, concept. I understand about design workflow and basic design in the Japanese office. Yes, and it's very useful for me for my design ideas. Thank you so much.
มีคำถามไหมครับมีใครมีคำถามอะไรไหมฮะอยากถามอะไรไหม Sono, can you speak Thai? Can you speak Thai now? Not at all?
Not yet, sorry.
Okay. แล้วติงกับกิติพงศ์พูดญี่ปุ่นได้ไหมฮะ
หน่อยครับ
เหรอพอไปรอด
ชอบตก
It was great presentation from all three of you. But I have questions myself. Like for Sono, why do you think we have a lot of sabai detail? Why do you think Thai people have a lot of sabai detail?
I think the Thai people very prefer the sabai situation, so it affects to the detail as well, I think. And the Japanese is very strict to many things, so they quite good at the strict detail, like a edge and the joint. It's very I think it's good. sometimes it's too strict. Like the architect very hard, like the saying to constructor, like you have to do that, like that, something like that. This is sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's too much. So yeah, this is difference between the Thai and Japanese, like a feeding, people's feeding, I think.
It's a lot different, right? It's like totally opposite kind of. Sabai and very strict.
Yes.
Very sabai and very strict.
Yes, I think so.
But I think there are pros and cons in both. So you can take what's good on either side and adapt it for your future working experience. Also, if you had questions in the beginning, you said what is Thailand and what is Japanese. So do you have that? Do you have answer? Maybe like 3 words, maybe.
Still speaking actually, but yeah, one things I can say, yeah, Thai, yeah, I think little bit similar to that sabai detail, like a very, how to say, the Thai people is very good at making sabai space with landscape and with environment. And I think Japan had also something like this ability in our mind, but the modernism things disturb this kind of feeling. So yeah, my answer is like Thai have the good feeling for environment more than Japan, in my opinion. Okay. This is the answer. Yeah.
And where are you going to work from? Are you you're going to stay longer, right?
Yes, I will continue to work in Quintrix Architects.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. แล้วน้องๆตินกับกิตพงศ์คิดว่า what do you think what's the main thing you get from working over there?
Actually, for me, I think I receive some responsibility from Japanese people. And like Hiro-san said, like a Thai people is quite like a spy, like a spy. But Japanese people is completely opposite and different from us. But I think if we go too much in each way, it's not quite good. If we can blend some responsibility, some strict rule from Japan, and we blend it to relaxing way in Thai, I think this is the best choice for us. And this responsibility is gave us to concern something that we don't concern it before. For example, when I gave some design to my boss, and I gave it with some detail that it's possible to construct, but they said, yeah, it's beautiful, it's beautiful, it's good, but if the employee have to go up and take it off every day, how much power that they have to pay for this design, so it's not good. But at first I just concerned, okay, we are architect, we have to make it beautiful too much. So So sometimes they say sometimes we don't need to make it the most beautiful that we can do, but we have to concern how much that the building can go on by itself. And the people is one system in the building, so everything have to fit for the people, for the user. Every user have to stay it and don't have any problem. And I want to give another example. Is every pathway in the building, they put like a special pathway for the blind, and they design the blind way on the building because maybe it's because of the law, but I think maybe sometime in Thailand we don't decide, we just put it because of the law, but they decide, they put it in 3D Max, in the like a 3D model, and they look it, okay, it's beautiful and it's fit, it's good, and they maybe it like a reduce the beauty, but like a it's good for like a it is the best like a it is the best choice to everything in that building.
For me, I think I guess about the thinking process about the concept. While I work in Thai, I work in hotels and resorts, and it's quite more decorative. But when I work in Japan, everything is minimal, focus in just focus and reduce ornaments. And
So practical.
Yeah,
very
it's practical.
and function come
Yep.
first. Maybe? Do you agree, Sono? Is working here in Thailand, is it less
less.
practical here?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. What time do you come to work, Sono, here at Quintrix? What time do you?
9 to 9:30.
9 to 9:30?
Yes.
Is that the time they?
Time is actually time is 9, but 9 to 9:30, and go to buy breakfast to market and come back and starting work on 10, something like that. Something like that.
Okay. มีใครถามไหมพิชชี่ถามอะไรไหม Okay, so I think that's it. Thank you very much, and I'm glad you guys had good times, and hopefully people that are in this program now will also have good time as well. So we have some gift to give to you. Yeah, well, not all you.